Well, yeah.
There's always so
That's
much
right, that's right, yeah,
cells.
yeah.
As schools shift from all virtual to our current hybrid model, teachers and students alike have been forced to quickly adjust to a completely new style of education. We first spoke to Dr. Benjamin Nims and one of his students, Chuka Okiki, in the first of our series of videos on the impact the hybrid model has on the educational dynamic at MRH. This year, we are all Zooming through the unfamiliar.
In terms of advantages, it does make me maximize that time. So what activities, what labs, what experiences can I give my students that will really maximize that time for us to dive in and say that the biggest difficulty, and I guess I never really thought about it until the situation, being on Zoom, was the lack of feedback you get as a teacher. In the classroom, you can see students' faces, you can read body language, you can ask questions, you can do exit tickets.
So since we come back, I say the biggest difference is the fact that he's sort of taken out lectures, at least during class. Now he uploads videos of them and sends them to us so he can save time during class for more learning.
It was just so difficult to get that feedback. Many students weren't comfortable with turning on their screens, so you're not seeing that face with the student. You don't always get answers, and so it was just, I'm sure students felt this way, where they kind of just feel isolated and alone with their computer. I would say that across the board, attention and productivity have been high. The usual things that sort of wear us down of being tired or having kind of a difficult day seem to be overcome just because we're back in person.
I guess that's probably the biggest thing. One thing I'd say is really nothing specific, but just really learning more about the environment and like different kinds of pollution and
Which
things
is
like
Edpuzzle, finding great videos that students can watch on their own, embed questions by which they can be thinking about and answering what they learned about. Another trick was over Zoom, I needed to find a way to get students engaged where they were in their own homes. And how do you do that in a science class? And one thing I had found was a website that makes anatomy models, very simple models that you can cut out. But I was comfortable. I was confident that the school and the district were doing the right things to try to bring back students. I think they were responsive to our requests of, putting student and teacher health first. And
I'd say for me personally, the best thing about returning is probably the fact that I can understand concepts a lot better than when they're being taught online, when I can really ask that many questions without being shy about it, I suppose.
As this year draws to a close, the feeling is that teachers and students will continue to work together towards achieving our educational goals as we zoom through the unfamiliar.